No, this is not lube. This is literally called Power Fish. The name is staring right at you. It does not say lube.
I have horrible vision.
Power Fish. So what we do with this Power Fish is when we go through a large underground trench and we're pulling large service wires, and we don't have that extra diameter to handle all those wires and the fish tape at the same time, we run through our fish tape, and then instead of pulling back the wire, we pull back the Power Fish instead. And then we pull 3 4-aught wires with this tiny little rope.
So it's because it's super strong and also like
Yes.
the material is softer.
Yes, it does not snap and it does not break.
There's multiple strands.
Yep.
Why didn't that little thing? You have to put it back in there when you're done with it, or that's just a new one?
Because it comes out all curly and it turns into a big ball mess.
So
Usually it's use and throw.
Oh, it's a one-time use kind of thing?
Yeah. Usually. Some people, if they get the big 2,000-foot bucket, are able to kind of push it back in there, but they get knots pretty easily.
And dirt and stuff, that also probably affects, like if oil and dirt got on them.
Not for the Power Fish,
No.
but it does affect your pull. If there's dirt or anything else solid inside your pipes. A lot of times I've been in situations where you go back to fish an underground trench that you already installed, and there's little rocks or little pieces of mud in it, and now you gotta fight and try and push that all the way through.
So, you would first put this through the hole, fish all that out, grab it, and then you would tie this to the other cables?
Yes.
But what if you're going up? Like, what if you start down there and you gotta push it up? Is this gonna have enough weight for you to keep stuffing it from the bottom?
Oh,
and
yeah.
to come out on top?
Yeah. You could wrap this around that coil of 3 wires, screw it into the ceiling, it will hold.
But I mean, like, if you're pushing it down there, like, since this isn't that hard and it's kind of flimsy, how are you gonna keep pushing it so that it can
But
come
you don't
back
push
up?
that. You only pull that.
Oh, so you can only go down. Like, I can only
No, you
stuff
can only pull. It doesn't matter if it's up or down, but you can only pull.
through conduit.
Yes.
So,
You send the fish in with your push.
okay.
Then you pull the Power Fish back. And then from the location where you originally inserted the Power Fish, you're gonna pull it back again.
You gotta be kidding me. This is horse shit. That's what it is,
Yeah, I don't think so.
You at least tape it right there so it doesn't pull apart when you do turns. Like, even when you get to this turn, that's gonna get stuck. Like, I would tape it right here.
If you have it in one line, it'll seamlessly go through.
I'm not gonna be late to work today because this is too much fun.
How many time is it?
You need a minute?
10:30.
How did you guys do
Can I show
it?
you?
Using this way.
This is how
Meeting supervisor, so I was gonna ask him if he has a vacuum for one more method.
how using this one is you tape. So like you keep this one longer and you tape these, you start to tape these two together, and then you, after these are taped together, you loop that through, and what I did is I taped that back and just created this parallel loop, right? That's
How much feet of fish tape is in
yeah.
500 feet. Or wait, the Milwaukee
Kind
one?
of, yeah.
100.
The little one is 500?
No, just
No,
the one.
the
So I would
power
start
fish is 500.
taping
Okay.
those two together. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. And just, I taped it up to the red.
So next Thursday, you're gonna have 3 of these conduit in these 3 stations, and we're gonna have 3 teams, and we're gonna have a clock.
Is that what we're gonna do?
I'm asking.
We can, absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
I'd probably try and make the conduits look a little bit nicer.
What,
And I'll have you guys use whatever methods you think you want to use. You can try and do the by-force hand, you can try and use steel fish tape, insulated fish tape. I'll even give you a vacuum.
Why a vacuum?
That is going to be the next thing we get into after this pull. The last method, which is extremely complicated, of pulling wires.
You're pulling wires with a vacuum?
Yup.
So I guess you have to have a super insulated. I wish they had transparent conduit. You can see what's happening for training
I
purposes.
lost the wire.
Training purpose would be nice. You lost the wire?
Are you kidding me?
You lost how many? One?
The white one.
Ooh.
What time is it?
Yes, you did. You lost one wire. Your tape was not tight enough. See that cat? You gotta give it a nice pull. So, when you tape, you can give it a nice pull and then loop. Makes it extra tight. Pull and then loop. You gotta do that at the very least towards the end of each of your tapes. A little looser, pull, makes it extra tight.
Let's say he wasn't trying to start over. Is there a way he could just pull the white one now? Because the other
You can attempt to try and force the white one through in hopes that you're close, but that's about it.
You could pull the fish tape back
I
out.
was far in there, man.
You could probably leave these 2 here, take the fish tape out, and then just run the fish tape again.
Yeah.
Those 2, and it'll just be an easier pull with less cables.
Yes, but you'll also be still fighting the wire, but you'll be pulling one wire, yes. So, one more method that you can use to pull wires through conduit is using this very specific tool I have in my hand. What is this?
A plastic bag.
A plastic bag. This is a tool used for professional wire pullers. Only the most professional and talented wire pullers of conduit use this tool to pull their wires.
I'm so excited. Show them how.
What we do is we use 3 tools. We use the plastic bag, we use our power fish, and we use a vacuum. We tie a small piece of our grocery bag onto the power fish. I personally am not good at this method, so it's going to be very interesting for me to try and teach it. So what this will do when it gets pulled into the conduit is it will block the airway. You will tie on your vacuum to one end of the pipe that does not have the plastic bag inserted. The other end will have your plastic bag taped to the end of your power fish. It will go right into your vacuum.
Hold on. I got
You are not going to find this in the book.
something similar to it. Now I gotta ask you. Is that this? Fiber dam
No, that is the concrete block that you make for air circulation in hazardous locations. That's just pouring concrete. It doesn't block the path. I can't even tie a knot. Notice I don't have freaking shoe pieces. So clearly, I do not use this method. You can tape it on, you can tie it on, however is easiest for you. If I had a working vacuum, I would attempt to show you. Oh, there we go. I got a little knot there. Grab the juice a second one. Now, what is an obstacle that might get in the way of this method? Why might it not work?
The bag will come off.
Okay, the bag could break off if you don't tie it on right. Yes, what else?
You know how that? So I can't do it right now.
The size of your vacuum hose. You need to create a tight seal from your vacuum hose with the hole for your conduit.
Out of what material?
Hand tape. You might actually buy a specific vacuum diameter attachment
You know,
for
like
your
the
hose.
hose has to be the same size as the conduit?
Yes, you need a good seal. You can't just put it there and expect all the pressure to go in the hole.
You put the, let's say the nozzle's a little bigger than the conduit, and you just kind of like put it there, and then tape all around there, like crazy, like a duct tape.
Yes. Yes, you can, but you also have to remember you are trying to make something airtight with duct tape. So you gotta be really heavy on it.
This isn't just like any vacuum. This is probably like
Any portable vacuum or any vacuum hose.
Like a shop vac?
Yep. Shop vac, you can use a stand-up vacuum's hose. You can use a Dyson if you want to.
what about the little one they use in cars, like the handheld one? That's not fun. Right? It needs to be like a
I would want one a little stronger.
right.
Yeah. The stronger the vacuum, of course, the better. But I see people do this with their portable battery-powered vacuums all the time. Craftsman, Milwaukee, DeWalt vacuums. So that is that method. It is definitely, without a doubt, the quickest and most efficient method when it works. When it works.
Why would somebody resort to this if you have first aid? This is if you don't have first aid, you can try this?
No, just the people who are able to do this are able to do it consistently and well. So they don't even bother with the fish tape. Why push something through a 200-foot run of conduit when you can just stick this in and then put a vacuum on the other end? Because here we're pushing our fish tape through and it's fine, you know, we only got 10 feet of conduit, a little less actually. But when we start getting into 100, 200-foot runs, it's gonna be a heck of a push. We're trying to make a 90-degree bend 150 feet away from us by pushing on it 150 feet away. It's gonna be difficult. So, the big disadvantage to this method is it can only be used from one point. It can only go through one raceway. If we have a junction box with multiple pipes in it, or a junction box in general, we cannot go through one conduit and into another from that junction box. So you will have to go step by step. I really wish I had a vacuum. There's a vacuum in there, but someone cut the cord.
Fixes on vacuum. Oh, now you're all gonna watch me do this again?
Yeah, now that you're gonna do it right, we have to know if your method works.
Now, back to another point. There is also another tool we use with our tight bends. What would that tool be? We talked about it earlier.